Hello children. Today we are going to discuss about the third kingdom of Whitaker's classification, that is fungi. Fungi kingdom contain a lot many type of fungus, and it's a very large group, and that is why we study about fungi in a separate branch of biology which is known as mycology. Children, in rainy season, you must have observed that fungal diseases and fungal growth is increased very much. And it is because that high temperature and high humidity help or favors fungi to grow. So that's why they grow in all the warm and humid places. Fungi are all heterotrophic. They may be saprophytic, parasitic, or symbiotic, as in lichen, but always they have a very special type of nutrition, that is absorption type. So in heterotrophic, they have absorption type of nutrition. It means they secrete their enzymes outside in the medium where they are surviving, and they digest the food outside, and only the digested food is being absorbed by the fungus. They are achlorophyllous and filamentous body. Filamentous body, they have a filament thread-like structures. Children, you must have seen the cotton-like growth over the pickles or on the bread. These thread-like structure, these cottony mass is actually fungi. So when you take out one single thread of that cottony mass, this one single thread is one filament of fungi, which is called as hyphae. And when we talk about all the fungus together, all the hyphae together, that is known as mycelium. So network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Now, if we see this structure, this contain numerous cells, but these cells are placed on a linear fashion, as you can see here. Like this structure is a branched septate hyphae. Now, when we talk about a single cell, it is eukaryote, so it is having a nucleus. It has all the type of cell organelles, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. So it has all the cell organelles, and when the cells are separated by this cross wall, here this cross wall, this is known as septum. Okay, so in fungi there are two conditions. The hyphae may be septate, and when they are septate, they are one condition when they have one nucleus is known as uninucleate, or they may be multinucleate also. Another situation is when all these septum gets dissolved and all the cells they get fused to each other. This condition is known as aseptate cenocytic. Cenocytic means containing numerous nuclei. So here is the structure called as aseptate and cenocytic hyphae. Here is a septate. In septate, it may be multinucleate or it may be uninucleate. Fungus cell wall is very hard and very resistant to different type of antibiotics and the harsh conditions of environment. And it is due to the presence of a special type of structure present, chemical present in their cell wall, that is chitin. This chitin makes the cell wall of fungus very hard. Along with chitin, they also have different type of polysaccharides. Fungal body is generally haploid. This haploid, diploid or triploid, these terms are based on the presence of the number of set of chromosomes. As fungus are eukaryotic, they have chromosomes. Now, if they have one set of chromosomes, it is haploid. Children, you have studied about human being, like human being have 23 pair of chromosomes. Pair means two sets. One set we have received from mother and one set we have received from father. So as we have two set of chromosomes, we are diploid. Fungus have haploid body. Fungi are famous for their spore producing ability. These spores, they get spread along with water and air, and they are very resistant, and they can survive in dry environment for few months to few years even. But few species of fungi, they live in water or they produce spores which float in water with the help of flagella. So they may be flagellated. Reproduction in fungi. Fungi produces different type of spores. As you can see here, this one is motile spore, zoospore. Another one which is get produced inside but is not motile, it is simply known as a spores, or they are also known as aplanospores. When the whole hyphae gets converted into a spore-like structure, it is known as chlamydospores. When hyphae, the tip of hyphae cuts to produce a spore, it is known as oodia. Or when it makes a stem-like structure and start producing spores outside of the structure, it is known as conidia. The difference between this sporangium and spores and conidia is that it produces inside the structure. That is known as endogenous in origin. And here it produces outside of the structure, exogenous in origin. So this is also a term on the basis of which we differentiate the different classes of bacteria. When we talk about sexual reproduction in fungi, it has three basic steps. One is plasmogamy. Plasmogamy means two different strains of bacteria, they will come closer and their cell wall get dissolved and their cytoplasm get mixed. So fusion of cytoplasm is known as plasmogamy. Children in this stage, as nucleus is not fused, only cytoplasm is fused, so that particular cell will have two nucleus. So this kind of structure, when it has two nucleus, it is known as dikaryon phase. And second step is karyogamy, that is fusion of nucleus. When these two nuclei fuses to each other, they produce a diploid structure. And this diploid structure is a zygote, which divides after some time by reduction division or meiotic division, and that produces again a haploid hyphae. There are four classes of fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. So let's discuss one by one in detail about the fungal classes. So let's discuss first about the first class, Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes are mostly saprophytic and they are found growing on the decaying logs or woods. Phycomycetes are known for their aseptate and cenocytic mycelium. This is the only class of fungi in which aseptate and cenocytic mycelium is found. Asexual reproduction is by zoospores or by aplanospores or non-motile spores. And these spores are produced endogenously in the sporangium. Children, you can see this structure. Here, this is one hyphae and this is another hyphae. Now these hyphae, they grow vertically to produce sporangium. And these sporangium, this twig is known as sporangiophore, and this balloon-shaped structure at the tip is known as sporangium. And inside this sporangium, thousands of spores are produced. Once these spores get mature, sporangium bursts out, and all the spores come in the environment. When these spores reaches to their medium, to the suitable place, they germinate and produce new hyphae again. So this is how they reproduce asexually. Now for sexual reproduction, these hyphae, they again, like here are two hyphae, they produce an outgrowth on their lateral side, and these outgrowth, they come closer to each other and they get fused. So one cell, of both the hyphae, they come closer and they fuse to each other. Plasmogamy occur, and after plasmogamy, all the nuclei which were present in this structure, they all two nuclei, they fuses to each other, producing that is known as karyogamy, and that produces diploid structure. And that diploid structure, or the zygote or diploid nuclei, they divide by meiosis, reduction division, and they again germinate to produce a new hyphae. So as you can see here, plasmogamy, zygospore, karyogamy, meiosis, germination, and again a new hyphae is produced. So here in this zygospore structure, spores are produced endogenously. So both the sexual and asexual spores are produced endogenously in Phycomycetes, and they do not have any separate well-defined fruiting body, as we'll see in other classes of fungi. Examples are Rhizopus and Mucor. You have studied. They are also known as bread mold because they are very easily found growing on bread. Disease causing Phycomycetes are albugo, causing white rust, Phytophthora, causing late blight of potato. So that's about the Phycomycetes. Now coming to the next class, that is Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes is known as sac-like fungi because in them, as you can see here, this cup-like structure, sac-like structure is found in their sexual reproduction. Mycelium is branched and septate. Even when they are septate, they may have both the conditions possible. They may be uninucleate or they may be multinucleate structures. After plasmogamy, there is a gap between plasmogamy and karyogamy. So in this duration, when plasmogamy occurred and karyogamy has not occurred, dikaryotic mycelium is found. Now, in this, the asexual spores are produced outside. As you can see here, it is produced outside. These stem-like structures are known as conidiophores, and this is spores, asexual spore here, because it is produced exogenously, is known as conidia. Sexual spores are called ascospores. They have a separate name, ascospores. जैसे कि अभी हमने पढ़ा था Phycomycetes में zygospores. Here it is ascospores, and they are produced endogenously in ascus. This one thread in which you can see many nuclei, 5, 6, 7, 8 nuclei. This is known as ascus, and these nuclei are called as ascospores. These are actually spores, and the whole structure, this cup-shaped structure, is called as ascocarp. This is its fruiting body. So this is how it reproduces. To explain it, here is the diagram. Let us explain. Let's study again. This is life cycle of ascospore. Children, as you can see, here is a hyphae, and this produces spores, conidia, in the form of conidia for asexual reproduction. For sexual reproduction, all these hyphae, they grow together and they form a cup-like structure. Here is a cup-like structure, and inside the cup-like structure, the tip of the last cell, which is at the tip, that grows longer and is known as ascus. And in this ascus, there are two nuclei. And these two nuclei, they got fused together. Children, this structure, at this place, plasmogamy has occurred. Two strains have fused. Here, as you can see the structure, two strains. These two strains get fused inside the ascus. एक में रेड न्यूक्लियस बनाया है, एक में ब्लू न्यूक्लियस बनाया है. तो जितने भी फंगल के स्ट्रेन एस्कोकार्प बनाएंगे, ये फ्रूटिंग बॉडी बनाएंगे, उसमें दोनों स्ट्रेन के न्यूक्लियस आपस में फ्यूज हो चुके रहेंगे. देखो इसमें सब में आपको डबल न्यूक्लियस दिख रहा है. So the cell which is at the tip, here again plasmogamy has happened. Now here karyogamy will occur. So karyogamy होगा तो यहाँ पर 2 end diploid structure बन जाएगा, और जैसे ही ये डिप्लॉयड स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा, इसमें होगी मियोसिस. और मियोसिस के बाद आप लोग अभी डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे सेल डिवीजन. इन वन मियोटिक डिवीजन 4 cells are produced. So after meiotic division, it produces 4 cells, 4 spores. These 4 spores, they again divide, but this division is not meiosis, it is mitosis division. It's another type of cell division where the chromosome number remains same. So altogether, there are 8 ascospores produced. So when we see in the scorecard, here 8 cells, 8 spores are produced, and they all are haploid spores. These spores get spread in the environment and develop into new hyphae. So that is the structure, that is the detail of ascomycetes. The common examples are Aspergillus. Aspergillus is known for causing rot disease. Penicillium. Penicillium you have studied? Penicillium, it produces antibiotic. Morchella, also known as morel, this is edible fungi. Neurospora. Neurospora, children, is very frequently used in scientific studies. It is grown in the laboratory. Claviceps purpurea, causing ergot disease. It's known as ergot fungus. So these are some common examples of ascomycetes. Now coming to the third class of fungi, Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes are also known as club fungi. Mycelium is branched and septate. They also have dikaryotic mycelium present. And during the cell division, they have a very special type of connection called as clamp connection. This is produced at the time of sexual reproduction. Now in Basidiomycetes, all the fungus which are included in Basidiomycetes, their asexual reproduction is not yet discovered. So it is said that they do not reproduce asexually. They reproduce either by vegetative propagation, that is by fragmentation, यानी कि एक hyphae लंबी होगी और बीच से टूट जाएगी, that is fragmentation, or they reproduce by sexual reproduction. यहाँ पर ये एग्जांपल दिया है, मैंने स्ट्रक्चर बनाया हुआ है to explain about the sexual reproduction of Basidiomycetes. In sexual reproduction of Basidiomycetes, as here are the 2 mycelia, you can say there are 2 mycelia, and as they have some variations in their cellular structures, they are simply called as plus and minus, positive and negative strains. So 2 mycelium of 2 different strains, one is of positive and one is of negative. They come together, come closer to each other, and all the 2 cells, they get fused to form a new cell having 2 nuclei. Then the next to it is fused to form the dikaryon nuclei, as you can see here. ऐसे continuously सारे सेल फ्यूज होते चले जाएंगे दो एक दूसरे के साथ में, और एक नई हाइफी बन जाएगी यहाँ पर, which is dikaryon nuclei. And this clamp connection, ये जो side connection बन रहा है, it is known as clamp connection. So clamp connection and dikaryon mycelium is the characteristic of Basidiomycetes. After this clamp connection and when this dikaryon hyphae is produced, this hyphae will start growing above the ground and will produce an umbrella-like, small umbrella-like structures. As we have seen in the mushrooms which we eat is actually a fruiting body of this Basidiomycetes. So here is the fruiting body of Basidiomycetes. This whole structure, the fruiting body, is called as basidiocarp. And in the basidiocarp, inside the basidiocarp, karyogamy occur. The 2 nuclei of one cell, they get fused to form zygote. After zygote, the zygote undergoes meiosis to produce 4 haploid spores, and these 4 haploid spores, after dispersal and germination, grows into new hyphae. So to explain it, here is the structure and the life cycle of mushroom. Here you can see, children, here is the 2 monokaryotic hyphae. This is of one strain and this is of another strain, positive and negative strain. These 2 strains come closer to each other, produces dikaryotic hyphae. So as you can see here, all the cells have 2 nucleus, so dikaryotic phase. This dikaryotic phase start developing above the ground This is one young basidiocarp, and this is the mature basidiocarp. When you see on the lower side of this basidiocarp, you can see this ray-like or gills-like structure. As you see many layers of gills in a fishes, same way here is this lower structure is known as pilus, which contains many gills. And when we see this detailed structure of gill, it has these basidium, these single cells, basidium. And in this basidium, children, it is actually a zygote where two nuclei, as you can see, there is no nuclei in this, because both the nuclei has been fused together, and after fusion they have divided by meiosis division into four cells, and these four cells are produced on the outside as an outgrowth. This is exogenous. So in basidiocarp, sexual spores, that is basidiospores, they are produced exogenously. देखो यहाँ पर एक डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर दिया है. This is basidium, and on the tip of basidium 4 basidiospores are there. These basidiospores, they germinate and spread with the air, and they develop into new hyphae. So that is the structure of basidiomycetes. Many of the basidiomycetes fungus, they are edible. For example, mushrooms, agaricus, but many of them are disease causing also. For example, mucilago causing smut disease, and coccinia causing rust disease. They all are the diseases of wheat. The fourth class of fungi are deuteromycetes. Deutero, it is incomplete. These fungi are also known as fungi imperfecti or imperfect fungi. Children, when we study the life cycle of any organism, the perfect stage is known as sexual reproduction. So in any organism, when we discuss about the sexual reproduction, that is the perfect stage. In deuteromycetes, all those fungus are kept in which sexual reproduction is not yet discovered. So like example, Alternaria, Coletotrichum, Trichoderma, these are the fungi where it has been found, it has been studied that they reproduce by asexual reproduction only, by asexual conidia. They produce conidia by exogenous method, but sexual reproduction is not discovered. So as soon as their sexual form is discovered, they are separated based on the similarity. If their sexual reproduction is similar to Ascomycetes, they are transferred in the Ascomycetes, or if it is similar to Basidiomycetes, that is shifted to Basidiomycetes group. Deuteromycetes are of all the three types: saprophytic, parasitic, and decomposers. So that is all about fungi. You have studied that fungi are mostly saprophytic and parasitic. And even if they are parasites, most of the fungal diseases are the diseases of plants. Children, in humans, most of the diseases are viral and second of the bacterial. But in plants, most of the diseases are fungal diseases. The reason might be because the structure of fungus is similar to the structure of the plant cell. So that's all about fungi today. Thank you.